Welcome back to Midday. We are with Abbott Wealth Management. We have Sandy Volo joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. Thanks for being here, Sandy.
Thanks for having me.
We are talking about, of course, this is December, so we've been sort of doing this theme with Abbott Wealth about giving back and charitable giving.
Yes.
And it's been really neat to have to look at all the different ways to give and what that means for people.
Right.
Today we're talking about charity begins at home. That's the phrase that we're sort of working around today. What does that mean,
well,
Sandy?
It has different meanings, because I think for the most part people think charity begins at home. It means take care of your own people, right? You just make sure that they're cared for. But in actual fact, it means teaching about charity. So teaching your children in your home about giving and doing it with self-sacrifice. And it doesn't have to be big things. It doesn't have to be monetary. It could just be giving someone a flower, or here, you know, like just paying attention to them and giving them a compliment. Or it could mean, well, of course, holding a door open, that sort of thing. But
little
teaching,
gestures even.
Teach your children at a very young age about self-sacrifice and what it means, because it's so fulfilling if you can just give from the heart, and it makes you happy. It makes you a happier person if you can be charitable in so many ways, right? There's a few different things. There's a lady named Cammie Walker who wrote a book, and it's called 29 Gifts, How a Month of Giving Can Change Your Life. And she was diagnosed with a life threat, and she was diagnosed with MS. And she went into a really dark place. You can Google her. And she went to a spiritual person, and she said, if you give 29 gifts over 29 days, it will change your life. She found that she walked better. She just felt so much more uplifted because she was giving back, right? Mark in our office, he would take his girls down. They'd pick out 2 bikes, and then they'd go to the breakfast for kids. And the girls would donate the bikes, and it was just such a good thing. And his young girls to this day are so giving and charitable, and they started at a very young age.
That's the thing. It's important to start that at a young age. And when you say gifts, you're not just talking about monetary, you know,
not at all.
Tangible items. You're talking about as well holding that door open or doing a small gesture.
Exactly. Like there's a program out actually that they call the Snow Angels program, and it's through the volunteer camps. It's a group of people that go and they snow shovel sidewalks and driveways for people that have some disabilities, or our older population, right? That it's dangerous for them to be out there. So there's so many different ways you can give back that don't cost you anything.
It makes you feel good. Well, I know that we have a video that you sent to us, and I watched it this morning. It's quite remarkable, actually.
It is.
First, I thought, where is this going? But it really, really brings home the idea of this.
You have to watch it to the end. And it was actually created for Emirates NDB Bank. And I found it on YouTube, so it's really cute. So,
well, let's have a look at it. This is really, really the surrounds the whole happiness and sense of fulfillment that comes with giving back. Just take a look.
It does.
I love that.
Isn't that cute?
So cute. So he realizes, oh, wait a minute, that felt really good to walk that lady across the street and to help her.
His life changed that day, I think, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But and that is, I mean, you've seen that the key part of that was volunteering. And I mean, the city needs so many volunteers in so many different areas. And I did a little slide of, you know, just ones that you wouldn't think of. I mean, we think of the food bank needing some help and so on, but there's just organizations you don't even think about. And on the next slide, I just listed only just a couple.
These are some of the ways you can give back.
If you're wondering where to volunteer, go on to Volunteer Kamloops. They have a link program. It's like a dating service. So they'll look at you and say, where's your unique ability to help out? The Snow Angels program I mentioned. Now, the Mount Paul Church has been taken over by Interior Community Services, and they've joined forces. So they have Mount Paul Community Food Center, Mount Paul Community Center that does a youth meal program once a week for youth at risk. And I believe the age is 14 to 24 can go there and have a nice hot meal once a week. They all need volunteers. They all need some help out there. We did the family tree recently, a week or so ago, and served at it. And two of our staff, Melinda and Cher, brought their children along. And so it's just showing that, you know, the kids can be involved. And they were serving. They were scooping up gravy and dishing up mashed potatoes. And Mia gave out candy canes that she bought with her own money. So it's really important to start teaching young.
And give back all year round, but this time of the year, just when you're talking about kids, important too, because I think that we get so wrapped up in receiving gifts at Christmas, you know, all the kids want these certain toys, which is great, but maybe give back a little bit too.
A little bit, for sure, or a lot.
Or a lot,
if you have the time and
do it.
the energy, for sure.
Thank you, Sandy. That's such great advice and a great video that we watched. So yeah, being charitable, I guess that's leading to a good life, right?
It
makes you feel good.
And it's teaching at a young age.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right, we're back in a couple of minutes here on Midday with Misa Manshadi. Stay with us.